CLEP Principles of Management Change Management. Question 1. Should a student connect? A manager compares actual performance with standards and corrects a gap inside a software company for the Silverline unit with which management concept? Option A, planning. Option B, organizing. Option C, controlling. Option D, leading. The correct answer is option C, controlling. Controlling fits because controlling measures results, compares them with standards, and triggers corrective action. Planning is different because it sets goals but does not measure completed results. Organizing is different because it assigns work and authority, and leading is different because it motivates people rather than evaluates variances. Question 2. Which concept is shown when experts give anonymous opinions through several rounds of questionnaires inside a government agency for the Silverline unit? Option A, town hall meeting. Option B, Delphi technique. Option C, functional structure. Option D, concurrent control. The correct answer is option B, Delphi technique. Delphi technique fits because the Delphi technique gathers expert judgment while reducing direct social pressure. Town hall meeting is different because it is open discussion rather than anonymous expert rounds. Functional structure is different because it groups similar activities, and concurrent control is different because it monitors current work. Question 3. A supervisor motivates employees and guides them toward a shared goal during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, planning. Option B, organizing. Option C, leading. Option D, controlling. The correct answer is option C, leading. Leading fits because leading focuses on influencing, motivating, and directing people. Planning is different because it is about setting direction before action. Organizing is different because it designs responsibilities and relationships, and controlling is different because it compares results with standards. Question 4. During a management case, managers oversee the process that turns materials, labor, and information into goods or services during an operations review for the Silverline unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, human resource management. Option B, strategic alliance. Option C, equity theory. Option D, operations management. The correct answer is option D, operations management. Operations management fits because operations management focuses on transforming inputs into valuable outputs. Human resource management is different because it focuses on people systems. Strategic alliance is different because it is cooperation between organizations, and equity theory is different because it explains fairness perceptions. Question 5. How should a manager classify a situation where employees move among different positions to learn broader skills during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit? Option A, job rotation. Option B, job enlargement. Option C, job enrichment. Option D, specialization. The correct answer is option A, job rotation. Job rotation fits because job rotation shifts employees through different jobs to build variety and experience. Job enlargement is different because it adds similar tasks to one job. Job enrichment is different because it increases responsibility and meaning, and specialization is different because it narrows work into specific tasks. Question 6. When an employee reports illegal conduct to appropriate authorities or channels during a compliance review for the Silverline unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, whistleblowing. Option B, benchmarking. Option C, job rotation. Option D, downward communication. The correct answer is option A, whistleblowing. Whistleblowing fits because whistleblowing is reporting wrongdoing that threatens the organization or public interest. Benchmarking is different because it compares with best practices. Job rotation is different because it changes job assignments, and downward communication is different because it sends messages from managers to employees. Question 7. After an organization relies on written rules, hierarchy, specialization, and formal procedures during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, bureaucracy. Option B, adhocracy. Option C, grapevine. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option A, bureaucracy. Bureaucracy fits because bureaucracy is a formal structure built around rules, hierarchy, and defined roles. Adhocracy is different because it is flexible and innovation-oriented. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns work for motivation. Question 8. If a manager sends instructions and performance expectations to employees inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, upward communication. Option B, downward communication. Option C, horizontal communication. Option D, grapevine. The correct answer is option B, downward communication. Downward communication fits because downward communication flows from higher levels to lower levels. Upward communication is different because it moves from employees to managers, horizontal communication is different because it moves among peers, and grapevine is different because it is informal and unofficial. Question 9. To analyze a case where a leader rewards employees for meeting agreed performance targets in a remote service team for the Silverline unit, which term should be selected? Option A, transformational leadership. Option B, transactional leadership. Option C, servant leadership. Option D, situational leadership. The correct answer is option B, transactional leadership. Transactional leadership fits because transactional leadership uses exchanges, rewards, and corrective actions. Transformational leadership is different because it inspires commitment to change. Servant leadership is different because it emphasizes serving followers, and situational leadership is different because it adapts style to readiness. Question 10. For an exam item where workers plan, schedule, monitor, and control much of their own work at a logistics company for the Silverline unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, traditional team. Option B, self-managed team. Option C, virtual organization. Option D, quality circle. The correct answer is option B, self-managed team. Self-managed team fits because self-managed teams have authority over many administrative and work process decisions. Traditional team is different because it relies more on a supervisor for direction. Virtual organization is different because it uses networks and technology across locations, and quality circle is different because it usually recommends improvements rather than manages all work. Question 11. In a workplace example where leaders explain why old habits must change before introducing a new system inside a software company for the Silverline unit, which concept is tested? Option A, unfreezing. Option B, refreezing. Option C, controlling. Option D, recruiting. The correct answer is option A, unfreezing. Unfreezing fits because unfreezing prepares people to let go of current behaviors and accept change. Refreezing is different because it stabilizes the new behavior, controlling is different because it measures performance against standards, and recruiting is different because it attracts applicants. Question 12. Before choosing an answer about executives, choose broad long-term goals for the whole organization inside a government agency for the Silverline unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, operational planning. Option B, work scheduling. Option C, strategic planning. Option D, performance appraisal. The correct answer is option C, strategic planning. Strategic planning fits because strategic planning sets organization-wide direction over a longer time horizon. Operational planning is different because it focuses on short-term day-to-day activities. Work scheduling is different because it assigns timing to tasks, and performance appraisal is different because it evaluates employee results. Question 13. One manager notices that a leader inspires employees with a vision for major change during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, transactional leadership. Option B, scientific management. Option C, transformational leadership. Option D, budgetary control. The correct answer is option C, transformational leadership. Transformational leadership fits because transformational leadership motivates people through vision, meaning, and change. Transactional leadership is different because it focuses on exchanges and rewards. Scientific management is different because it focuses on task efficiency, and budgetary control is different because it monitors financial results. Question 14. Could a case where an HR specialist advises managers about hiring rules without running their departments during an operations review for the Silverline unit best point to which concept? Option A, staff authority. Option B, line authority. Option C, centralization. Option D, concurrent control. The correct answer is option A, staff authority. Staff authority fits because staff authority supports line managers with specialized advice. Line authority is different because it directly commands core work. Centralization is different because it concerns where decisions are made, and concurrent control is different because it monitors work in progress. Question 15. Why would a scenario where a routine refund request is handled with an established policy during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit most likely test which idea? Option A, non-program decision. Option B, strategic alliance. Option C, program decision. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option C, program decision. Program decision fits because program decisions use rules or procedures for recurring problems. Non-program decision is different because it addresses new and unusual situations. Strategic alliance is different because it is cooperation between firms, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns work. Question 16. Where does a company turns a new idea into a useful product or process during a compliance review for the Silverline unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, innovation. Option B, creativity. Option C, forecasting. Option D, grievance procedure. The correct answer is option A, innovation. Innovation fits because innovation applies creative ideas to create value. Creativity is different because it generates ideas but may not implement them. Forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. And grievance procedure is different because it handles employee complaints. Question 17. Should a student connect consultants help improve culture, teamwork, and readiness for change during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit with which management concept? Option A, organization development. Option B, scientific management. Option C, recruitment. Option D, budget variance analysis. The correct answer is option A, organization development. Organization development fits because organization development uses planned interventions to improve organizational effectiveness. Scientific management is different because it focuses on task efficiency, recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and budget variance analysis is different because it compares planned and actual financial results. Question 18. Which concept is shown when a manager has the formal right to make decisions and direct work inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit? Option A, responsibility. Option B, accountability. Option C, motivation. Option D, authority. The correct answer is option D, authority. Authority fits because authority is the legitimate right to command resources and give orders. Responsibility is different because it is the duty to perform assigned work. Accountability is different because it is being answerable for results, and motivation is different because it is the drive to act. Question 19. An employee accepts the duty to complete an assigned task in a remote service team for the Silverline unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, authority. Option B, accountability. Option C, centralization. Option D, responsibility. The correct answer is option D, responsibility. Responsibility fits because responsibility is the obligation to perform assigned work. Authority is different because it is the right to direct work. Accountability is different because it is answerability for outcomes, and centralization is different because it keeps decisions at higher levels. Question 20. During a management case, managers estimate future sales before setting staffing levels at a logistics company for the Silverline unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, delegation. Option B, job enrichment. Option C, forecasting. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option C, forecasting. Forecasting fits because forecasting predicts future conditions so managers can plan more intelligently. Delegation is different because it assigns responsibility and authority. Job enrichment is different because it adds motivating responsibility to a job, and mediation is different because it uses a neutral party to guide dispute resolution. Question 21. How should a manager classify a situation where employees share unofficial information before management makes a formal announcement inside a software company for the Silverline unit? Option A, organization chart. Option B, policy manual. Option C, grapevine. Option D, budget report. The correct answer is option C, grapevine. Grapevine fits because the grapevine is the informal communication network inside an organization. Organization chart is different because it is a formal structure diagram. Policy manual is different because it gives official guidance, and budget report is different because it gives financial control information. Question 22. When a manager postpones addressing a conflict and hopes it disappears inside a government agency for the Silverline unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, forcing. Option B, avoidance. Option C, collaboration. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option B, avoidance. Avoidance fits because avoidance delays or withdraws from conflict rather than solving it directly. Forcing is different because it uses authority to impose a solution. Collaboration is different because it openly works through both sides' concerns, and mediation is different because it uses a neutral facilitator. Question 23. After a team writes a goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, SMART goal. Option B, vision statement. Option C, grapevine. Option D, bureaucracy. The correct answer is option A, SMART goal. SMART goal fits because SMART goals are clear enough to guide action and evaluate results. Vision statement is different because it describes a desired future rather than a measurable target. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and bureaucracy is different because it is a formal rule-based structure. Question 24. If a leader recognizes frustration in a team and responds calmly during an operations review for the Silverline unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, technical skill. Option B, benchmarking. Option C, emotional intelligence. Option D, span of control. The correct answer is option C, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence fits because emotional intelligence involves understanding and managing emotions in oneself and others. Technical skill is different because it concerns specialized job knowledge. Benchmarking is different because it compares practices with leaders, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Question 25. To analyze a case where a team generates many ideas before judging any of them during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit, which term should be selected? Option A, brainstorming. Option B, groupthink. Option C, arbitration. Option D, budgeting. The correct answer is option A, brainstorming. Brainstorming fits because brainstorming separates idea generation from evaluation to encourage creativity. Groupthink is different because it pressures members toward agreement. Arbitration is different because it lets a third party decide a dispute, and budgeting is different because it plans financial resources. Question 26. For an exam item where a team ignores warning signs because members want agreement more than realistic evaluation during a compliance review for the Silverline unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, constructive conflict. Option B, benchmarking. Option C, equity theory. Option D, groupthink. The correct answer is option D, groupthink. Groupthink fits because groupthink occurs when pressure for harmony weakens critical thinking. Constructive conflict is different because it encourages useful disagreement. Benchmarking is different because it compares with best practices, and equity theory is different because it focuses on perceived fairness. Question 27. In a workplace example where managers set expected revenues and spending limits for a department during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit, which concept is tested? Option A, organization chart. Option B, budget. Option C, job description. Option D, grapevine. The correct answer is option B, budget. Budget fits because a budget is a financial plan that helps allocate and control resources. Organization chart is different because it shows formal reporting relationships. Job description is different because it lists position duties, and grapevine is different because it is informal communication. Question 28. Before choosing an answer about managers study broad principles such as unity of command and division of work inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, scientific management. Option B, quantitative management. Option C, e-business. Option D, administrative management. The correct answer is option D, administrative management. Administrative management fits because administrative management focuses on general principles for managing organizations. Scientific management is different because it focuses more on individual task efficiency. Quantitative management is different because it applies mathematical models, and e-business is different because it uses digital technology for business processes. Question 29. One manager notices that a manager assigns a task and grants enough authority to complete it in a remote service team for the Silverline unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, centralization. Option B, job rotation. Option C, delegation. Option D, arbitration. The correct answer is option C, delegation. Delegation fits because delegation transfers responsibility for work along with the authority needed to do it. Centralization is different because it keeps authority near the top. Job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs, and arbitration is different because it uses a third party to make a binding dispute decision. Question 30. Could a case where employees work harder when they believe effort leads to performance and performance leads to valued rewards at a logistics company for the Silverline unit best point to which concept? Option A, equity theory. Option B, reinforcement theory. Option C, bureaucracy. Option D, expectancy theory. The correct answer is option D, expectancy theory. Expectancy theory fits because expectancy theory connects effort, performance, and outcomes. Equity theory is different because it centers on fairness comparisons. Reinforcement theory is different because it focuses on consequences after behavior, and bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes rules and hierarchy. Question 31. Why would a scenario where two departments search for a solution that fully addresses both sides' concerns inside a software company for the Silverline unit most likely test which idea? Option A, avoidance. Option B, forcing. Option C, collaboration. Option D, compromise. The correct answer is option C, collaboration. Collaboration fits because collaboration tries to create a win-win outcome by addressing underlying interests. Avoidance is different because it postpones or ignores the conflict. Forcing is different because it uses power to win at the other's expense, and compromise is different because it requires each side to give up something. Question 32. Where does team members write ideas silently, discuss them, and rank the options inside a government agency for the Silverline unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, brainstorming. Option B, grapevine. Option C, nominal group technique. Option D, job analysis. The correct answer is option C, nominal group technique. Nominal group technique fits because the nominal group technique reduces dominance by collecting individual ideas before voting. Brainstorming is different because it usually encourages open idea generation. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, and job analysis is different because it studies work duties. Question 33. Should a student connect a posting lists required education, skills, and experience for the role during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit with which management concept? Option A, job description. Option B, procedure. Option C, job specification. Option D, span of control. The correct answer is option C, job specification. Job specification fits because a job specification identifies qualifications a worker needs for the job. Job description is different because it lists duties performed, procedure is different because it gives steps for a task, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports. Question 34. Which concept is shown when employees learn skills needed for their current job during an operations review for the Silverline unit? Option A, training. Option B, development. Option C, recruitment. Option D, compensation. The correct answer is option A, training. Training fits because training develops abilities that improve current job performance. Development is different because it prepares employees for broader future roles. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and compensation is different because it provides pay and benefits. Question 35. Work is studied to find the most efficient way to perform each task during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, human relations approach. Option B, contingency theory. Option C, bureaucracy. Option D, scientific management. The correct answer is option D, scientific management. Scientific management fits because scientific management emphasizes task analysis, standard methods, and efficiency. Human relations approach is different because it emphasizes social needs and worker attitudes. Contingency theory is different because it argues management depends on the situation, and bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes hierarchy and rules. Question 36. During a management case, employees receive health insurance, paid leave, and retirement contributions during a compliance review for the Silverline unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, benefits. Option B, base pay. Option C, selection. Option D, SWOT analysis. The correct answer is option A, benefits. Benefits fits because benefits are indirect forms of compensation beyond direct wages or salary. Base pay is different because it is direct wage or salary compensation. Selection is different because it chooses employees, and SWOT analysis is different because it reviews strategic factors. Question 37. How should a manager classify a situation where a neutral third party hears a dispute and makes a binding decision during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit? Option A, mediation. Option B, brainstorming. Option C, arbitration. Option D, job rotation. The correct answer is option C, arbitration. Arbitration fits because arbitration gives the third party authority to decide the outcome. Mediation is different because it helps parties negotiate without imposing a decision. Brainstorming is different because it generates ideas, and job rotation is different because it moves employees among jobs. Question 38. When a supervisor is responsible for 12 direct reports inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, span of control. Option B, chain of command. Option C, unity of direction. Option D, job specification. The correct answer is option A, span of control. Span of control fits because span of control is the number of employees reporting directly to a manager. Chain of command is different because it shows reporting lines rather than number of reports. Unity of direction is different because it aligns activities under one plan, and job specification is different because it lists qualifications. Question 39. After employees organize as a group to represent their workplace interests in a remote service team for the Silverline unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, Quality Circle. Option B, Functional Department. Option C, Labor Union. Option D, Mission Statement. The correct answer is option C, Labor Union. Labor union fits because a labor union represents workers collectively in dealing with management. Quality circle is different because it focuses on work improvement suggestions. Functional department is different because it groups similar work, and mission statement is different because it states purpose. Question 40. If a manager must explain why a project missed its target at a logistics company for the Silverline unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, accountability. Option B, authority. Option C, delegation. Option D, recruitment. The correct answer is option A, accountability. Accountability fits because accountability means being answerable for results. Authority is different because it is decision-making power. Delegation is different because it transfers work and authority to another person, and recruitment is different because it attracts job applicants. Question 41. To analyze a case where a manager chooses a leadership style based on the team's skill and the situation inside a software company for the Silverline unit, which term should be selected? Option A, one best way approach. Option B, equity theory. Option C, contingency theory. Option D, centralization. The correct answer is option C, contingency theory. Contingency theory fits because contingency theory says effective management depends on situational factors. One best way approach is different because it assumes one method works everywhere. Equity theory is different because it focuses on fairness perceptions, and centralization is different because it concerns where authority is held. Question 42. For an exam item where a supervisor assigns employees to shifts and sets task timing inside a government agency for the Silverline unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, job analysis. Option B, work scheduling. Option C, strategic vision. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option B, work scheduling. Work scheduling fits because work scheduling determines when tasks and workers are needed. Job analysis is different because it studies duties and requirements. Strategic vision is different because it describes a desired future, and mediation is different because it helps resolve disputes. Question 43. In a workplace example where union representatives and management negotiate wages, hours, and working conditions during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit, which concept is tested? Option A, mediation. Option B, recruitment. Option C, collective bargaining. Option D, forecasting. The correct answer is option C, collective bargaining. Collective bargaining fits because collective bargaining is the negotiation process between labor and management. Mediation is different because it uses a neutral helper in a dispute. Recruitment is different because it attracts job applicants, and forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 44. Before choosing an answer about a manager uses formal authority to impose a conflict decision quickly during an operations review for the Silverline unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, accommodation. Option B, collaboration. Option C, forcing. Option D, compromise. The correct answer is option C, forcing. Forcing fits because forcing is a win-lose style that relies on power or authority. Accommodation is different because it gives in to preserve harmony. Collaboration is different because it seeks mutual gains, and compromise is different because it splits concessions between sides. Question 45. One manager notices that employees worry a new system will reduce their status or job security during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, empowerment. Option B, resistance to change. Option C, benchmarking. Option D, orientation. The correct answer is option B, resistance to change. Resistance to change fits because resistance to change often comes from fear, uncertainty, or perceived loss. Empowerment is different because it gives people more discretion. Benchmarking is different because it compares against best practices, and orientation is different because it introduces employees to the organization. Question 46. Could a case where a team member keeps discussion focused on goals, facts, and deadlines during a compliance review for the Silverline unit best point to which concept? Option A, maintenance role. Option B, task role. Option C, blocking role. Option D, informal authority. The correct answer is option B, task role. Task role fits because task roles help the group accomplish its work. Maintenance role is different because it supports relationships and morale. Blocking role is different because it disrupts group progress, and informal authority is different because it comes from influence rather than position. Question 47. Why would a scenario where a document lists the duties, responsibilities, and reporting relationships of a position during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit most likely test which idea? Option A, job specification. Option B, job description. Option C, policy. Option D, forecast. The correct answer is option B, job description. Job description fits because a job description explains what the job holder does. Job specification is different because it lists qualifications needed, policy is different because it gives broad decision guidance, and forecast is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 48. Where does a team member reduces tension and encourages quieter members to participate inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, maintenance role. Option B, task role. Option C, program decision. Option D, line authority. The correct answer is option A, maintenance role. Maintenance role fits because maintenance roles support group relationships and cohesion. Task role is different because it focuses directly on completing the work. Program decision is different because it handles routine problems, and line authority is different because it commands core work activities. Question 49. Should a student connect a leader changes direction and support based on follower readiness in a remote service team for the Silverline unit with which management concept? Option A, autocratic leadership. Option B, situational leadership. Option C, bureaucratic management. Option D, job enrichment. The correct answer is option B, situational leadership. Situational leadership fits because situational leadership adapts leader behavior to the maturity or readiness of followers. Autocratic leadership is different because it consistently centers decisions on the leader. Bureaucratic management is different because it emphasizes formal rules, and job enrichment is different because it redesigns jobs for motivation. Question 50. Which concept is shown when a company reinforces a new process until it becomes the normal way to work at a logistics company for the Silverline unit? Option A, unfreezing. Option B, storming. Option C, forecasting. Option D, refreezing. The correct answer is option D, refreezing. Refreezing fits because refreezing stabilizes a change so the new behavior lasts. Unfreezing is different because it prepares people for change, storming is different because it is a team development stage, and forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 51. A manager sets objectives and chooses actions before work begins inside a software company for the Silverline unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, organizing. Option B, leading. Option C, controlling. Option D, planning. The correct answer is option D, planning. Planning fits because planning is the function that defines goals and decides how to reach them. Organizing is different because it arranges resources after goals are set. Leading is different because it influences people to work toward goals, and controlling is different because it measures results against standards. Question 52. During a management case, employees in marketing and operations coordinate work at the same level inside a government agency for the Silverline unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, downward communication. Option B, upward communication. Option C, horizontal communication. Option D, chain of command. The correct answer is option C, horizontal communication. Horizontal communication fits because horizontal communication occurs among people or units at similar levels. Downward communication is different because it flows down the hierarchy, upward communication is different because it flows up the hierarchy, and chain of command is different because it shows formal authority lines. Question 53. How should a manager classify a situation where a department head groups jobs, assigns authority, and allocates resources during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit? Option A, planning. Option B, leading. Option C, organizing. Option D, controlling. The correct answer is option C, organizing. Organizing fits because organizing creates the structure needed to carry out a plan. Planning is different because it chooses goals before the structure is built. Leading is different because it motivates people rather than designs jobs, and controlling is different because it checks performance after standards exist. Question 54. When workers are told that safety goggles must be worn in the lab during an operations review for the Silverline unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, policy. Option B, strategy. Option C, rule. Option D, empowerment. The correct answer is option C, rule. Rule fits because a rule states exactly what must or must not be done. Policy is different because it offers broad guidance rather than a specific command. Strategy is different because it sets broad direction, and empowerment is different because it gives employees more decision authority. Question 55. After a manager chooses a satisfactory solution because time and information are limited during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, bounded rationality. Option B, perfect rationality. Option C, brainstorming. Option D, management by exception. The correct answer is option A, bounded rationality. Bounded rationality fits because bounded rationality recognizes that managers cannot always make perfectly rational decisions. Perfect rationality is different because it assumes complete information and unlimited analysis. Brainstorming is different because it generates many ideas, and management by exception is different because it focuses attention on major deviations. Question 56. If frontline workers are allowed to make service decisions without waiting for approval during a compliance review for the Silverline unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, centralization. Option B, job analysis. Option C, empowerment. Option D, filtering. The correct answer is option C, empowerment. Empowerment fits because empowerment gives employees authority, information, and responsibility to act. Centralization is different because it keeps decisions at higher levels. Job analysis is different because it studies duties and requirements, and filtering is different because it distorts communication. Question 57. To analyze a case where each side gives up part of what it wants to reach a settlement during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit, which term should be selected? Option A, collaboration. Option B, avoidance. Option C, accommodation. Option D, compromise. The correct answer is option D, compromise. Compromise fits because compromise resolves conflict through mutual concessions. Collaboration is different because it seeks a fuller win-win solution. Avoidance is different because it sidesteps the issue, and accommodation is different because it yields to the other side. Question 58. For an exam item where a leader asks employees for input before making an important decision inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, autocratic leadership. Option B, democratic leadership. Option C, laissez-faire leadership. Option D, transactional leadership. The correct answer is option B, democratic leadership. Democratic leadership fits because democratic leadership involves participation and shared input. Autocratic leadership is different because it relies on leader-centered decision-making. Laissez-faire leadership is different because it provides minimal direction, and transactional leadership is different because it emphasizes exchanges of rewards for performance. Question 59. In a workplace example where a theorist emphasizes hierarchy, formal rules, and impersonal treatment in a remote service team for the Silverline unit, which concept is tested? Option A, human relations management. Option B, bureaucratic management. Option C, transformational leadership. Option D, JIT inventory. The correct answer is option B, bureaucratic management. Bureaucratic management fits because bureaucratic management explains organizations through formal authority, rules, and specialization. Human relations management is different because it emphasizes social and psychological factors. Transformational leadership is different because it inspires change through vision, and JIT inventory is different because it reduces inventory holding. Question 60. Before choosing an answer about a company identifies a patented process it owns as an advantage at a logistics company for the Silverline unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, strength. Option B, threat. Option C, opportunity. Option D, weakness. The correct answer is option A, strength. Strength fits because a strength is an internal positive capability or resource. Threat is different because it is an external danger, opportunity is different because it is an external positive condition, and weakness is different because it is an internal limitation. Question 61. One manager notices that leaders explain the organization's basic purpose and reason for existing inside a software company for the Silverline unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, mission statement. Option B, procedure. Option C, variance report. Option D, job specification. The correct answer is option A, mission statement. Mission statement fits because a mission statement states what the organization does and why it exists. Procedure is different because it gives step-by-step instructions. Variance report is different because it compares actual results with standards, and job specification is different because it lists qualifications for a job. Question 62. Could a case where a leader focuses first on helping followers grow and succeed inside a government agency for the Silverline unit best point to which concept? Option A, autocratic leadership. Option B, transactional leadership. Option C, scientific management. Option D, servant leadership. The correct answer is option D, servant leadership. Servant leadership fits because servant leadership prioritizes follower development, service, and trust. Autocratic leadership is different because it emphasizes command by the leader. Transactional leadership is different because it emphasizes performance exchanges, and scientific management is different because it emphasizes efficient work methods. Question 63. Why would a scenario where middle managers convert broad goals into departmental actions during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit most likely test which idea? Option A, tactical planning. Option B, strategic planning. Option C, orientation. Option D, collective bargaining. The correct answer is option A, tactical planning. Tactical planning fits because tactical planning translates strategy into plans for units or departments. Strategic planning is different because it is broader and handled mainly by top management. Orientation is different because it introduces new employees to the organization, and collective bargaining is different because it is negotiation between labor and management. Question 64. Where does a new customer segment appears in the market during an operations review for the Silverline unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, weakness. Option B, opportunity. Option C, strength. Option D, policy. The correct answer is option B, opportunity. Opportunity fits because an opportunity is an external condition the organization can use to improve results. Weakness is different because it is inside the organization, strength is different because it is an internal advantage, and policy is different because it is a general decision guideline. Question 65. Should a student connect employees receive clear, challenging goals and regular feedback during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit with which management concept? Option A, Maslow's hierarchy. Option B, Hawthorne effect. Option C, decentralization. Option D, goal-setting theory. The correct answer is option D, goal-setting theory. Goal-setting theory fits because goal-setting theory says specific challenging goals can improve performance when accepted. Maslow's hierarchy is different because it ranks needs. Hawthorne effect is different because it involves changes due to being observed, and decentralization is different because it delegates authority downward. Question 66. Which concept is shown when a company compares its process with industry leaders to find improvement targets during a compliance review for the Silverline unit? Option A, forecasting. Option B, orientation. Option C, benchmarking. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option C, benchmarking. Benchmarking fits because benchmarking studies best practices to improve performance. Forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions, orientation is different because it introduces new employees, and mediation is different because it guides conflict resolution. Question 67. A neutral selection test disproportionately screens out a protected group without job-related justification during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, management by objectives. Option C, horizontal communication. Option D, adverse impact. The correct answer is option D, adverse impact. Adverse impact fits because adverse impact occurs when an employment practice has an unfair discriminatory effect. Job enrichment is different because it adds motivators to work, management by objectives is different because it sets agreed measurable goals, and horizontal communication is different because it occurs among peers. Question 68. During a management case, a manager defines a problem, lists alternatives, evaluates them, and selects a solution inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, grapevine. Option B, rational decision-making model. Option C, equity theory. Option D, laissez-faire leadership. The correct answer is option B, rational decision-making model. Rational decision-making model fits because the rational model uses a logical sequence to choose among alternatives. Grapevine is different because it is informal communication, equity theory is different because it explains motivation through fairness, and laissez-faire leadership is different because it gives followers broad freedom. Question 69. How should a manager classify a situation where executives respond to a crisis the company has never faced before in a remote service team for the Silverline unit? Option A, program decision. Option B, procedure. Option C, standing plan. Option D, non-program decision. The correct answer is option D, non-program decision. Non-program decision fits because non-program decisions are novel, complex, and not solved by routine rules. Program decision is different because it handles repeated problems, procedure is different because it gives routine steps, and standing plan is different because it guides recurring situations. Question 70. When managers recognize that social needs and group norms affect productivity at a logistics company for the Silverline unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, human relations approach. Option B, scientific management. Option C, classical bureaucracy. Option D, PERT. The correct answer is option A, human relations approach. Human relations approach fits because the human relations approach emphasizes people, morale, and social factors at work. Scientific management is different because it emphasizes efficient task methods. Classical bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes formal rules and hierarchy, and PERT is different because it schedules project activities. Question 71. After HR studies the tasks, duties, and requirements of a position inside a software company for the Silverline unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, recruitment. Option C, job analysis. Option D, collective bargaining. The correct answer is option C, job analysis. Job analysis fits because job analysis collects information about what a job involves and what worker qualities it requires. Job enrichment is different because it redesigns work for motivation, recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and collective bargaining is different because it negotiates labor agreements. Question 72. If employees share unwritten values about how work should be done inside a government agency for the Silverline unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, organization chart. Option B, budget. Option C, organizational culture. Option D, job specification. The correct answer is option C, organizational culture. Organizational culture fits because organizational culture is the shared values, beliefs, and assumptions of members. Organization chart is different because it shows formal structure, budget is different because it allocates money, and job specification is different because it lists required qualifications. Question 73. To analyze a case where employees in one culture expect strong hierarchy and unequal authority during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit, which term should be selected? Option A, individualism. Option B, power distance. Option C, uncertainty avoidance. Option D, benchmarking. The correct answer is option B, power distance. Power distance fits because power distance describes how much a culture accepts unequal power distribution. Individualism is different because it concerns focus on self versus group. Uncertainty avoidance is different because it concerns comfort with ambiguity, and benchmarking is different because it compares best practices. Question 74. For an exam item where a firm discovers its outdated software is hurting productivity during an operations review for the Silverline unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, strength. Option B, weakness. Option C, opportunity. Option D, threat. The correct answer is option B, weakness. Weakness fits because a weakness is an internal limitation that can reduce performance. Strength is different because it is an internal advantage, opportunity is different because it comes from a favorable external condition, and threat is different because it comes from an unfavorable external condition. Question 75. In a workplace example where an employee follows formal steps to challenge a contract violation during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit, which concept is tested? Option A, selection procedure. Option B, budgeting process. Option C, grievance procedure. Option D, brainstorming. The correct answer is option C, grievance procedure. Grievance procedure fits because a grievance procedure gives employees a formal path for resolving workplace complaints. Selection procedure is different because it screens job applicants, budgeting process is different because it plans financial resources, and brainstorming is different because it generates ideas before judging them. Question 76. Before choosing an answer about an engineer reports to both a functional manager and a project manager during a compliance review for the Silverline unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, functional structure. Option B, centralization. Option C, matrix structure. Option D, job analysis. The correct answer is option C, matrix structure. Matrix structure fits because a matrix structure combines functional and project authority, creating dual reporting. Functional structure is different because it usually has one functional chain. Centralization is different because it refers to where decisions are made, and job analysis is different because it studies the content of a job. Question 77. One manager notices that major decisions must be approved by top executives during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, decentralization. Option B, empowerment. Option C, centralization. Option D, horizontal communication. The correct answer is option C, centralization. Centralization fits because centralization concentrates decision authority at higher levels. Decentralization is different because it pushes authority to lower levels. Empowerment is different because it gives employees more discretion, and horizontal communication is different because it flows among peers. Question 78. Could a case where frontline supervisors plan specific daily activities and work routines inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit best point to which concept? Option A, strategic planning. Option B, organization development. Option C, operational planning. Option D, benchmarking. The correct answer is option C, operational planning. Operational planning fits because operational planning deals with short-range tasks, procedures, and schedules. Strategic planning is different because it covers broad long-term direction. Organization development is different because it focuses on planned organizational change, and benchmarking is different because it compares practices with leading performers. Question 79. Why would a scenario where a neutral third party helps disputing employees reach their own agreement in a remote service team for the Silverline unit most likely test which idea? Option A, arbitration. Option B, collective bargaining. Option C, mediation. Option D, groupthink. The correct answer is option C, mediation. Mediation fits because mediation guides the process without imposing a binding decision. Arbitration is different because it usually gives the third-party decision power. Collective bargaining is different because it is labor management negotiation, and groupthink is different because it is pressure toward agreement. Question 80. Where does a leader makes decisions alone and expects quick compliance at a logistics company for the Silverline unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, autocratic leadership. Option B, democratic leadership. Option C, laissez-faire leadership. Option D, servant leadership. The correct answer is option A, autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership fits because autocratic leadership centralizes authority in the leader. Democratic leadership is different because it invites participation. Laissez-faire leadership is different because it gives followers wide freedom, and servant leadership is different because it emphasizes serving followers' needs. Question 81. Should a student connect an employee is motivated by achievement, recognition, responsibility, and growth inside a software company for the Silverline unit with which management concept? Option A, Maslow's hierarchy. Option B, Herzberg's two-factor theory. Option C, equity theory. Option D, scientific management. The correct answer is option B, Herzberg's two-factor theory. Herzberg's two-factor theory fits because Herzberg separates motivators from hygiene factors and links motivators to job satisfaction. Maslow's hierarchy is different because it organizes human needs in levels. Equity theory is different because it focuses on fairness of reward ratios, and scientific management is different because it focuses on task efficiency. Question 82. Which concept is shown when a company prepares a backup response in case a supplier fails inside a government agency for the Silverline unit? Option A, contingency plan. Option B, standing rule. Option C, job analysis. Option D, downward communication. The correct answer is option A, contingency plan. Contingency plan fits because a contingency plan prepares for possible future events or disruptions. Standing rule is different because it gives a continuing command for repeated behavior. Job analysis is different because it studies tasks and requirements, and downward communication is different because it flows from managers to employees. Question 83. Branch managers are allowed to solve local customer problems without headquarters approval during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, centralization. Option B, bureaucracy. Option C, decentralization. Option D, forecasting. The correct answer is option C, decentralization. Decentralization fits because decentralization gives lower levels more authority to make decisions. Centralization is different because it keeps authority at the top. Bureaucracy is different because it emphasizes rules and hierarchy, and forecasting is different because it estimates future conditions. Question 84. During a management case, managers compare internal strengths and weaknesses with external opportunities and threats during an operations review for the Silverline unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, PERT analysis. Option B, SWOT analysis. Option C, performance appraisal. Option D, collective bargaining. The correct answer is option B, SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis fits because SWOT analysis organizes internal and external factors for strategic planning. PERT analysis is different because it schedules complex project activities, performance appraisal is different because it evaluates an employee's work, and collective bargaining is different because it negotiates labor agreements. Question 85. How should a manager classify a situation where a new competitor enters the market with lower prices during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit? Option A, strength. Option B, threat. Option C, opportunity. Option D, procedure. The correct answer is option B, threat. Threat fits because a threat is an external condition that can harm performance. Strength is different because it is an internal advantage, opportunity is different because it is an external positive condition, and procedure is different because it is a sequence of steps. Question 86. When employees can trace who reports to whom from supervisor to executive during a compliance review for the Silverline unit, which concept is being applied? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, chain of command. Option C, benchmarking. Option D, equity theory. The correct answer is option B, chain of command. Chain of command fits because the chain of command shows the formal line of authority. Job enrichment is different because it adds motivating responsibility to work. Benchmarking is different because it compares performance with best practices, and equity theory is different because it concerns perceived fairness. Question 87. After a supervisor paraphrases an employee's concern before responding during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit, which label best fits the action? Option A, filtering. Option B, noise. Option C, downward control. Option D, active listening. The correct answer is option D, active listening. Active listening fits because active listening checks understanding and shows attention to the speaker. Filtering is different because it distorts information before it reaches the receiver. Noise is different because it interferes with communication, and downward control is different because it is not a standard communication concept. Question 88. If a production manager directly supervises employees who make the company's product inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit, which choice gives the strongest management explanation? Option A, line authority. Option B, staff authority. Option C, informal authority. Option D, mediation. The correct answer is option A, line authority. Line authority fits because line authority is direct authority over core work activities. Staff authority is different because it provides advice and support. Informal authority is different because it comes from relationships rather than formal position, and mediation is different because it helps parties settle a dispute. Question 89. To analyze a case where a company gives managers broad guidance for handling customer refunds in a remote service team for the Silverline unit, which term should be selected? Option A, procedure. Option B, rule. Option C, policy. Option D, vision. The correct answer is option C, policy. Policy fits because a policy is a general guideline for recurring decisions. Procedure is different because it gives exact steps to follow, rule is different because it states a specific required or prohibited action, and vision is different because it describes a desired future. Question 90. For an exam item where frontline employees send suggestions and problems to senior managers at a logistics company for the Silverline unit, which answer is most accurate? Option A, downward communication. Option B, horizontal communication. Option C, upward communication. Option D, external communication. The correct answer is option C, upward communication. Upward communication fits because upward communication flows from lower levels to higher levels. Downward communication is different because it flows from managers to employees. Horizontal communication is different because it flows across peers, and external communication is different because it crosses organizational boundaries. Question 91. In a workplace example where HR builds a pool of applicants for an open position inside a software company for the Silverline unit, which concept is tested? Option A, recruitment. Option B, selection. Option C, orientation. Option D, performance appraisal. The correct answer is option A, recruitment. Recruitment fits because recruitment attracts qualified candidates to apply. Selection is different because it chooses among applicants. Orientation is different because it introduces hired employees, and performance appraisal is different because it evaluates work results. Question 92. Before choosing an answer about a leader gives capable experts broad freedom and little direct supervision inside a government agency for the Silverline unit, which concept should stand out? Option A, autocratic leadership. Option B, bureaucratic leadership. Option C, transactional leadership. Option D, laissez-faire leadership. The correct answer is option D, laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership fits because laissez-faire leadership minimizes leader control and allows follower autonomy. Autocratic leadership is different because it is directive and centralized. Bureaucratic leadership is different because it follows rules closely, and transactional leadership is different because it emphasizes rewards and corrections. Question 93. One manager notices that leaders describe what the organization wants to become in the future during a staffing shortage for the Silverline unit. Which management idea is involved? Option A, role. Option B, vision statement. Option C, job description. Option D, concurrent control. The correct answer is option B, vision statement. Vision statement fits because a vision statement expresses an inspiring future state. Role is different because it states a specific required or prohibited behavior. Job description is different because it lists duties of a position, and concurrent control is different because it monitors work while it is happening. Question 94. Could a case where a diagram shows formal positions and reporting relationships during an operations review for the Silverline unit best point to which concept? Option A, balance sheet. Option B, SWOT table. Option C, organization chart. Option D, training plan. The correct answer is option C, organization chart. Organization chart fits because an organization chart visually displays formal authority and reporting lines. Balance sheet is different because it reports financial position. SWOT table is different because it summarizes strategic factors, and training plan is different because it develops employee skills. Question 95. Why would a scenario where a company creates separate units for consumer products, business products, and services during a strategic planning session for the Silverline unit most likely test which idea? Option A, functional structure. Option B, simple structure. Option C, divisional structure. Option D, staff authority. The correct answer is option C, divisional structure. Divisional structure fits because a divisional structure groups work around products, customers, or regions. Functional structure is different because it groups by specialized activities. Simple structure is different because it has little formalization and few departments, and staff authority is different because it gives advice rather than a full divisional design. Question 96. Where does an employee receives more tasks at the same skill level during a compliance review for the Silverline unit fit best in management terminology? Option A, job enrichment. Option B, job rotation. Option C, empowerment. Option D, job enlargement. The correct answer is option D, job enlargement. Job enlargement fits because job enlargement expands the number of similar tasks in a job. Job enrichment is different because it adds deeper responsibility and growth. Job rotation is different because it moves people among different jobs, and empowerment is different because it gives decision authority. Question 97. Should a student connect a manager studies how changes in one department affect suppliers, employees, and customers during a merger discussion for the Silverline unit with which management concept? Option A, scientific management. Option B, systems theory. Option C, job specification. Option D, downward communication. The correct answer is option B, systems theory. Systems theory fits because systems theory views the organization as interdependent parts within a larger environment. Scientific management is different because it focuses on efficient task design. Job specification is different because it lists worker qualifications, and downward communication is different because it describes message direction. Question 98. Which concept is shown when employees are grouped into departments such as finance, marketing, and operations inside a hospital department for the Silverline unit? Option A, divisional structure. Option B, functional structure. Option C, matrix structure. Option D, virtual team. The correct answer is option B, functional structure. Functional structure fits because a functional structure groups people by similar skills or activities. Divisional structure is different because it groups by product, customer, or geography. Matrix structure is different because it creates dual reporting lines, and virtual team is different because it works across distance through technology. Question 99. An organization designs pay rates, incentives, and salary ranges in a remote service team for the Silverline unit. Which term best matches the situation? Option A, benefits. Option B, recruitment. Option C, quality control. Option D, compensation. The correct answer is option D, compensation. Compensation fits because compensation covers financial rewards given for employee work. Benefits is different because they are indirect rewards such as insurance or leave. Recruitment is different because it attracts applicants, and quality control is different because it checks output against standards. Question 100. During a management case, employees follow a required sequence for approving purchase orders at a logistics company for the Silverline unit. Which idea is most relevant? Option A, policy. Option B, mission. Option C, span of control. Option D, procedure. The correct answer is option D, procedure. Procedure fits because a procedure lists the steps for completing a recurring task. Policy is different because it is broader and less step-by-step. Mission is different because it states the organization's purpose, and span of control is different because it counts direct reports.